It's week 11 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning NFC champs and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Cook following the penalty, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through it, there's nothing wrong.
Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. First down, here's the run with Cook. Bulldozes past him, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 11 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if there he goes left side. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, 79 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Cousins now. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Left side, Cook. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. On 3rd down, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. These two teams all tied after one. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That one goes for 8 yards. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Barkley a first down and more. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. And we pause a moment here because wide receiver Kenny Golladay still down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. He'll drop to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down. But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here. Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Madison. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. That catch good for only a couple. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. On 2nd and 10, Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A first down throw for Cousins. Open man, once again it's Thielen. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Cousins. Open man is Seth Williams. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. Throwing is Cousins. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. A handoff to Barkley. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight him.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. First down, here's Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Cousins from the gun on third. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, his 11th touchdown of the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. Let's see if he can drive the bus here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Guyton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And now out comes Minnesota. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Javon Kinlaw. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And all the way to the opposite 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a give to Madison. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Mike Zimmer staring down our referee. He's upset.
We play to win.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Back to throw now on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Come on now.
Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins is going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Agnew now to return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And
the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I noticed you used the word sparked because
under pressure, and they got to him again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only 1 play to score it. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up on the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. It's still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing.